I said it on the Big Six weeks ago. We're going to win the Champions League, man. Clip it all you want, but I'm confident, man. We're going to win it.
Steve, man, why are you doing this to yourself, Steve?
And I hope you win the Champions League as well. You know, you beat Chelsea, because that's the big one. And I hope you really do, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, we will. We will. We will. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. I told you that from day one.
Have a good day, losers.
Oh, yeah. Like that, is it, yeah? You know what I mean? Have some respect, man.
Why am I even here? Why am I here? Actually, to be honest, I know why I'm here, because I've always...
Gentlemen, let's commence.
I've always...
Good evening.
Chelsea, go on.
Ah, hello. How is it going, Toby? Huh?
Piss off, man. Piss off.
What are we
This is
saying?
Judge Judah.
Next season. Next
Listen.
season. Next season.
Listen, have you got a drink? Like
I've
you
got a
always
drink.
love to on this show. A little bit of food, maybe, no?
No.
Champions of Europe, Toby. Oh my goodness. So much stick I've been given by you two on this show. Chelsea have no chance. Chelsea have no chance, ladies and gentlemen. There's no way, there's no hope. Oh, it's gonna be a smash and grab. It's gonna be 3-0. Toby said he was gonna be in my comments, rattling the chat. Oh, you Chelsea fans, you Chelsea trolls in my mentions on Twitter. Oh, you Chelsea trolls, you Chelsea fans in my mentions on Twitter. Watch when you lose the Champions League final. I'm gonna be dragging you. Big Steve told me, oh, you better get some tissues. I'll bet you £1,000 on the Big Six. Oh, you're gonna lose, Pep.
You should have took that bet, mate. You should have took that bet.
Oh, Tuchel's beaten you twice, but you haven't seen Pep yet. Oh, you haven't seen the team selection yet. The strongest team. Oh my!
You look like one of the Men in Black. Have you got one of them memory eraser things? And then we can start again.
Look at that Chelsea. Look at that Chelsea badge.
From the Men in Black.
Look at that Chelsea badge. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. SAEED, what's that photo up there?
Mate,
That's just, you know what I mean, Champions League.
I don't know if that's, listen, respectfully, I don't know if that's going to be able to save you here.
That has made my night. That has made my night. Look at the mentality on that. GRIZZ, you having that, GRIZZ?
Champions of Europe. You'll never sing
He's got done off Rochdale from Spain, Spanish Rochdale, and he's putting that
You'll never sing that. Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that.
Wow, we need to fix the roof first.
That one even hurts me. I can't even lie.
Turkish.
Clubs are set by certain things.
Listen,
it's funny, mate.
Matisse, what are you saying?
Turkish. You see that whole London is whatever color. Are we done with that now? Because I just want to get confirmation. What do you mean?
We're not done with it yet. Still, we're not done. But it's
seriously. It's got to be blue now.
Listen. There's still a league title difference, but I'll hold my hands up. I'm 30-something years of age, and in my life, Chelsea have achieved more than Arsenal. In my life. But historically, Arsenal, in my opinion, are still above. I think it's 7 league title difference. I think 2 Champions League, 7 league titles, a couple more league titles for you, man, which is more likely than us winning at the moment. Then, cool, I'll say it is what it is. But in my lifetime, Chelsea have done their thing. What can I fucking say?
1-0 prediction, people. You heard it here first. Do you know what I'm saying? Clean sheet, no goals conceded. Damn, shit. Today is going to be a good day. Toby, talk about my team. Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I did.
So tell me how good my team was. Tell me how good Reece James was. Tell me everything that you want to say about this game. Because sometimes when Chelsea win, you don't see too much. But then FA Cup final, you saw everything. So tell me what you saw.
Don't do that.
Tell me what you saw. Tell me.
Listen, you reball Will Smith.
Listen, Toby. Listen, Toby. Next season, listen.
You asked me to say something. Now you're talking over.
Nah, I was jinxing you. 2 stars on the badge next season. Right, 2 gold ones as well. Cool. Crazy life I'm living right now. Crazy.
Okay. You finished, Will?
Any pina colada today?
No pina colada. Just
Tell me. Go on. Tell me.
So what, you want my honest? You want my honest?
I do.
Yeah, you deserve to win. You deserve to win. I can't. I've been getting hammered by you and your entire fan base since Saturday evening. But listen, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I gave it, so I got to take it. But I'll have to admit, I think you lot were good value for the win. And unlike the 2012 run where I was hating on you and stuff like that, because let's be honest, you shouldn't have won that 2012 Champions League. This one, I can't really hate because I think in all the knockout ties, I think you lot were good value for the wins against Atletico Madrid, Porto, Real Madrid, and then Man City. I mean, like, the game was effectively done after that Havertz goal. Like, Man City couldn't create, and I think half of that is down to their inability to probe you lot properly, and I think the other half is you lot defending well. I think Rudiger, we've spoken about it a million times. I don't really understand what this guy's ate. He must have had like 500 sensory beans in the last 6 months. Because the form that he's shown has been nothing short of insane. Like Reece James, who, like, I have been vocal about, he completely shackled Raheem Sterling, and even Ben Chilwell as well. Ben Chilwell absolutely locked up Riyad Mahrez. So I think even Christensen came on for Thiago Silva and clamped the hell out of whatever Man City had to throw. So honestly, like, there will be times where I'll shit on Chelsea, but I actually cannot. I can't shit on your club today. I can't.
Yeah, I just think, with the way that the Premier League's been a different story. We've been a bit inconsistent, hence what happened. But Champions League, nobody can tell me that this team didn't deserve it. We played so well in every single knockout game. We played football, wasn't no shithousery thing, built out from the back. We had to evade City's press at times, and we dominated every single knockout game we played. I think we conceded maybe, was it 9 goals in 11? Sorry, we kept 9 clean sheets out of 11. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm still blurry. I'm drinking right now. I don't really know what's going on. But
are you drinking chocolate milkshake?
Listen, I'll drink whatever I want. I'm champion of Europe. I'll drink whatever I want now.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's not a chocolate milkshake. It's yellow, bro. You're going colorblind, and now you're failing as well. Crazy.
Orange juice, Fanta.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the team in every single round played brilliant football, and if anything, they just didn't get the goals that their performances deserve. Because even in that Real Madrid game that we spoke about, how many chances did we miss? Even that first half against Man City, Werner missed kicking and crap. It was crazy, but it was mad. But at the end of the day, Saeed, listen, let me talk to you next, innit? Because you were saying Shai Havertz. Shai Havertz. What's all that about? Man. Listen, what's going on with that?
Listen, man, I told you to bring the paper. Bring the paper and I'll sign it, man.
Did you fill out the form? Did you fill out the form?
I filled out the form. I'm waiting for you to hear back from me. You feel me? Apology accepted or what, man? What's going on?
Listen, we'll review it, innit? Because listen, Kai Havertz was unbelievable in that first half in the attack. You know, he really good goal, really clinical, took his chance well, rounded the keeper. I don't know what his blood pressure is saying in games like this. He clearly doesn't have nerves or anything, because I don't know how someone can be so calm under pressure like that. Someone else would have just toe poked it or something, or just put their foot through the ball. I don't know, but it's crazy, man. But for Chelsea fans, listen, we was all sentimental in mid-season, saying about the legend, the sacking and whatnot. People were getting real sentimental, but we managed to cut the cord carefully, but it had to be done. Now, any team in Europe will swap their season with what we've just done. Simple. It's the biggest trophy in club football. Nothing comes close. If you've won a league title, respectfully, nice, but it's not bigger than what we just did. If you won a cup, respectfully, lovely, Leicester, big up yourselves, not bigger than what we just did. Everything that just happened this season, cancelled. You know what I'm saying? Cancelled. Big trophy, man. I'm so gassed because we haven't won it in nearly 10 years, and these Champions Leagues, you can't take them for granted. GRIZZ will tell you. You never know when you're going to get another one. Like, we're not Real Madrid, innit? I might not see this again, so I'm going to milk it. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you. I can't lie. Yeah, those last words do fucking hit home as an Arsenal fan, because since that final, it's just been, I still look back at that final and wonder what if. But obviously, with Steve, I think Man City are definitely going to get in another final in the next 5 to 10 years. I think that's without a doubt, even though it's a hard tournament to predict. Blue Moon in the building. A big Man City fan. He said, happy for Kante. Can't stand Matisse. SAEED is washed. Steve, what are you saying?
Listen, I've already done an hour and a half therapy with Matisse this afternoon, so all the Chelsea vultures have tore a pound of flesh off me this afternoon, you know what I mean? But look, listen, there's no qualms from me. That's why I didn't come on the live straight after the game. I was tired, I was emotional, I'm not going to start talking about Pep and teams and that because it's not my place. It was Chelsea's night, you know what I mean? That's what these rival fans do. They try and throw excuses in. I'm not going to throw excuses. Look, the way my team's played this season, I was rightly to be confident, yeah? The way Chelsea played the last few games, losing the cup final, I was even more confident. So I went on their show in front of Dan and Matisse and all them and bigged up my chest. I didn't go hiding and say, oh, it might be a cagey game and we might nick it 1-0. I was super confident. And I also said that, you know, there's no excuses from me. We should win that Champions League. And the only person that could lose us that Champions League is ourselves. Now, Chelsea deserved it 100%. They turned up. And N'Golo Kante, I can't say too much about him because he's just unbelievable. Played unbelievable. I've always rated him. But when I watched him there, I just thought, nah, he's on it. And some of our guys froze. I don't understand the team selection. City fans say, yeah, we've won the league and we've won a cup. Yeah, that's great. It's a great season. But that doesn't excuse Pep changing the team like that and not explaining it. If he come out and said Raheem Sterling was a demon in training all week and he deserved to play, I'll accept that. But when you come out, when you move Foden, who's having a storming season on the left, into the centre, then you put Gundogan, who's been playing just behind De Bruyne in the 9 and's got the most goals. Then you move him to DM and change the whole team round to accommodate Sterling in the biggest game in the club's history. That's what doesn't sit right with a lot of City fans. That's why they're questioning where it went wrong. But look, we're Manchester City. We've won the league. We've won the League Cup. And we just played in the Champions League final. We got beat. There you go. Am I disappointed? Yeah. Am I upset about the season? No. Is there any other? There's only one team in that Premier League, yeah, who wouldn't swap our season. And they beat us on Saturday night. All the rest of the clubs in this Big Six, yeah, are all in turmoil. You lot were protesting, you know, talking shit. You know what I mean? And one so-called big, massive person on here who keeps talking about mentality and that the mentality is about trophies, yeah? He's got the nerve to come on here and talk to me about losing finals when they lost to fucking Forest Green Rovers of the Spanish 8th in the league the other day, the so-called massive club who were playing in Europa League.
So
you lost that.
yeah?
Away. Let me speak, and then you can speak, yeah? Let me speak and you can speak, yeah? We've won the Premier League.
I've heard you speak, mate. It's a monologue, mate.
We won the Premier League. We won the Premier League. You can't talk about bullshit,
the
mate.
greatest
I've
manager
told
of all
you,
time, mate.
You're a clown. You just lost the Europa League, mate. You lost the Europa League.
You went over for a concert
lost
to hear him
Europa
say,
League.
So
you lost.
Away.
Mate, you've been that. Come on, man.
I heard you say.
You've got a Premier League title and a League Cup. What have you got? What have you got?
City, mate, will not be relevant if you don't win that
City,
Champions
mate. We finished
League.
above you for
And
9 years on the trot.
2 years in a row. 2 years in a row, you bottled it, mate.
4 years.
Pep Guardiola, money can't buy class, mate.
You're a clown,
money
mate.
Cannot
You're
buy
a shameless
class, yeah.
clown.
You man can
You're a shameless
pump money what you want,
Do not
yeah.
speak to me
I'll
about
tell you what,
trophies
mate.
because you don't win them
Champions
anymore.
of Europe, you'll never sing that. Do you hear me,
How
Steve?
do you know?
Champions
You said we
of
won the
Europe,
Premier League
you'll never sing
champions
it.
and we won it 5 times.
You'll never sing it. Listen, the amount of money you pumped in, of course you were going to win the Premier League, mate.
Oh,
of
that old
course.
chestnut,
The amount of
mate.
money you pumped in, yeah.
God.
But the Champions
Oh,
League,
my
mate,
God.
you'll never sing that, Steve.
Yeah, you're
So
going to let
hold
me
your head in
speak.
shame.
Listen,
You
the
went over
Champions
to
League's
Porto
better than the
to meet
Europa
Liam
League, so
Gallagher,
let me
yeah?
speak.
Liam
Yeah,
Gallagher, no
Europa League
Gallagher. I
chats
don't
at
know
the
who you
end.
were meeting there. You get me? They both look like each other.
Europa League chats at the end, bro. Yeah? We'll talk about that shit comp at the end, yeah?
Do you know what? Do you know what it is, yeah? I tried to warn everybody that we're getting so cocky with this game.
You don't need to.
About the record of the final, right? The record in the finals. If you go back and look, every single team that gets to the Champions League final for the first time, they lose. You have to experience pain to get the redemption. Tuchel and Thiago Silva. And it's the same for Man City. They'll be there again. Yeah. But you have to go through some pain. And it's not always the favourite and the better team that, you know, the better team with the better squad that win. It's a night.
You know what eases the pain, Matisse? You know what eases the pain? Premier League champions, yeah? Got 2 trophies in the bag. Some clown over there has not won nothing, and he's talking shit to me. He can't even go to Old Trafford and watch his own team. He can't go to Old Trafford and watch his own team without getting a slap.
We're going to be back, man. But you guys,
You
And
can't
still,
go
how
Old
much money
Trafford
have
and
you
watch your
pumped in?
team without
How
getting
much
a
money
kick.
have you pumped
That's
in?
how
Yeah,
big a Man
and you
United fan you
still,
are.
and you
That is how
still,
big a
mate,
Man
you
United
still.
fan
I was
you
there the
are.
other day,
You
mate.
can't
I
go
was
to
there the other
you
day,
can't
so
go
you need to
Old
chill out,
Trafford
mate.
without
You
getting
know,
the slap
you
off
know there's
your
been
own fans.
Corona. You know there's
But
been
you talk
Corona, mate.
shit.
You know there's been Corona.
You talk shit.
Listen, you know there's been Corona, mate. I don't know if you've been for the last 2 years, mate. Stop hiding the mess, mate,
You
and
talk
take it.
shit,
You've got
mate.
to take it, Steve.
Yeah,
You
you
go
have
on
to
and you put
hide
your
at
mouth
your own
loud and all
stadium.
this, yeah,
You're gonna get a
about we're
crap.
gonna win and we're gonna win. Don't get rattled
We
when
won the
people
league.
call you out. Don't
We
get
won the
rattled when
league.
people call you out,
We
man.
won the. Who's calling me out? You
We're
can't
blocking
call me
people on
out. You
Instagram,
cannot
yeah.
call me
You
out.
could be calling
You
you out,
cannot
mate,
call
and
me
you
out.
can't handle it, Steve.
Matisse.
You can't handle it.
Matisse.
You can't.
Matisse can call me
You've
out.
joined the business now. You've
Matisse can
joined
call
the
me
game.
out. You
This is the
can't.
game, man. You get
You
rattled
can't.
and you take it.
You can't
You
call
take it
me
like
out,
a man.
mate.
Say you're rubbish.
I'm taking
You were
it.
rubbish on that
Matisse.
night, mate.
Have I just done an hour and a half show with you?
Talking about all
Facts.
this, yeah. Greatest
This
manager of
guy
all
can't
time,
talk
mate.
shit to
You've
me.
got to
No,
take
I'm
it,
telling the
mate.
truth. I'm telling the truth.
You can't
Who's going to
take
listen
it,
to
man.
a fan that can't go to his own
You were
stadium
spoken the
without
other
getting a
night.
crap?
I was speaking to
There
you
you
on
go.
Instagram. You were like,
There
all
you
this.
go. You can't.
Listen,
You've
I
got all
was there, mate.
you've
I
got
was
all
there.
your
I'm
mates
there all the
in your
time,
little
mate.
troll.
Who'd you know?
Yeah.
How do
You
you
can't
know?
go Old
You got
Trafford, mate.
CCTV on
Who's
you,
going
mate.
to
You
take
got
you
CCTV
serious,
on
mate?
you,
You're a
mate.
joke.
I go wherever
You're
I
a
want,
joke.
mate.
No,
I
you
go wherever I
can't.
want, mate.
No, you
I'll
can't.
go.
No, you can't.
I
You've
don't
been to one
need to go to
European away
football
game in
to
your
see
life,
Liam Gallagher,
and you
mate. I
tell
don't need
everyone
to
about
crap.
it. You've been to
I
Bruges
don't
once.
watch football, mate. Whereas you
Because
went all the way
you've
to
been to-
Porto to get a
Hey,
tan
you've
and
been
to
to
see Liam
Bruges,
Gallagher
bro.
live. That's all
You
you
know what
want
I
to see,
mean?
mate. That's all it is. A signature from Liam Gallagher. That's all you wanted.
I don't get autographs, mate. I'm not 12 like you.
Listen, you wanted
You know
an
what I mean?
autograph, mate. That's what I've been told.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't
You
want an
wanted
autograph,
from
mate.
Liam
That's
Gallagher.
what I've been
Nah,
told.
Apparently, he said, you know what? I'm going to go all the way to Porto to get a
apparently I
ticket, mate.
said,
That's
how
what
do you
he
know
was
what I
saying,
said?
yeah.
Was you there?
So,
You've not been out of
Steve,
the country, mate.
listen, Steve, yeah. Banner aside,
No.
yeah. This is what you got
No
to do. This is
banter
how you
aside,
take
mate.
it, man. You
I
got
can't
to
take
it.
you serious,
give it
mate.
a lot.
How can I take you
give it a
serious?
lot. You got to take it.
You talk
give
to
it a
me
lot, you
about
gotta
a
take
Man
it.
United mentality, right? We've won 2 trophies, you've won
Listen,
nothing. and
don't
you're
matter.
trying
That's
to
why.
banter me.
Listen,
How can you banter
don't
me?
matter. Listen, our club's in turmoil. When our club comes back, yo, listen, get the camera off this guy's face. Let me come back to mine, man. Because you get me. What you got to realize is, yeah, we need
It's
a better manager.
reborn.
Once we get a
It's
better
reborn
manager,
with
mate, I'm telling you now, we're back. But you, man,
Well, you've had
still,
Van Gaal,
after all this
you've had
turmoil,
Mourinho,
you can't even win a
yeah?
Champions League.
You've had Moyes,
After all our
you've now got
turmoil,
Solskjaer.
since
So how many
2008,
more
you can't win
managers
a
do you
Champions
want?
League, man.
Hey? How many more
Bottlers, man.
managers do
You're
you want?
bottlers. That's what these are.
Hey?
Listen, don't
Nah,
watch
we're
our
not
club.
bottlers, mate.
When we're back, we'll be
The
back.
first
you
one
get
of
me?
many, this
Whereas
for us.
you, man,
Don't worry.
you're pumping money.
First one
You're
of many.
pumping money. Time after
First one of
time
many.
again. You say Guardiola's the greatest manager of all time. Yeah?
Trophies,
And
yeah.
still,
We're winning
and
trophies.
still to this day, you still can't win it. You
We're
still
winning
can't win
trophies,
it,
mate.
man.
We're winning trophies,
Face
mate.
it, man. You're a small club in Manchester.
You've
And
spent
you are
£1 billion.
little old neighbours that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about
you
you,
can't
man.
stop
Nobody
talking about
cares
us.
about
How can
little
you
old
not care
city,
about
mate.
us? You can't stop talking about us.
Every time. No, hold on. Every time,
Yeah.
You win the
Listen,
Premier
you
League. What did
concentrate
come
to
and say
fighting for plastic belts with
You
your
never
mates in
rel-
London,
You
yeah?
never enjoy
We'll
what you
concentrate
do.
on football.
That's why I'm coming at you right now, G.
Let each
That's
other
why I'm
speak
coming at you
one
right
at
now.
one at a
Because you,
time.
man,
One at
chat
a
about
time.
us all the time, mate. So you take some of my old medicine, mate, yeah? You take some
I
of this
don't
medicine,
chat about
mate.
you. I chat about you when you can't fix your roof.
You went to see
I
Liam
chat
Gallagher,
about you when
mate.
you
That's all
lose the
you are,
Europa
mate.
League final.
Listen, I'm done. You
I
get
chat
me.
about
I'm
you when
done.
you finish second in the
Turkish.
league.
I'm done with mine,
Yeah?
man. You get me?
Innit?
Let him cry after this stream, man. You get me?
Listen, I don't need to cry after this stream. You're a clown. End of story. I've told you what you are.
Listen,
you come on
we're
here
done,
about
man.
Man
You don't need to
United.
speak more.
You
Listen,
come on
you
here
don't need
about
to
Man
anymore.
United being this,
You don't
that, and
need
the
to
other,
anymore.
yeah?
Speak anymore.
Yeah? This, that, and the
Listen,
other.
you don't need
And
to
at the
speak
end of the
anymore.
day, mate,
The damage is
you're
done, man.
celebrating that Manchester City lost, but apparently we're obsessed with you. Look at yourself. You're
Don't matter.
shameless, mate.
Don't matter, mate.
Shameless.
You're obsessed with me.
Shameless.
Every time we were winning, every time you won
Shameless.
the league, when you won the league, yeah, you kept talking about United. You kept talking about United.
Shameless.
So who's shameless now?
Shameless.
Grizz,
Get out of here,
Shameless.
man. Get out of
you
here.
have been
Shameless,
quiet.
mate.
You have been
Yeah,
quiet.
yeah,
Now. What's your thoughts?
Shameless.
Look, I wanted to give my thoughts like when everyone's calm and collected. Like, get this bit out of the way. way, because look, this was inevitable, right, Steve?
Inevitable.
Matisse. Yeah, it was inevitable, right? SAEED, Toby. This was
Matisse
inevitable.
ain't finished. I don't think he's finished.
No. First and foremost, we need to let Matisse finish, because it's his show. Today,
Matisse can say what he wants to me, mate. I respect a European champion. Don't respect someone that gets beat off Villarreal.
I dedicate,
sits in his bedroom with his hood up.
I dedicate my time, my allotted time, if Matisse wants it, because
Appreciate it. I got so much to say.
Because I was one of the, and Matisse can back me, even though I wanted City to win, I said Chelsea are a problem for them. I did say it before the game. I said there's not much in it. People are way too much Man City going to do this. Chelsea are a problem for them. But I'm going to go into what my thoughts are on the game later. But it's not my time to talk. This is Matisse's time to shine. Shine, brother.
Before
Thank
we
you.
move,
I appreciate that, man. I
Matisse.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Before we move on, let me just tell, because I didn't even intro the whole show. Imagine that. And I want to big up Skullfuggery for the intro. Obviously, he done that for me last minute, so I need to big him up for that. Love for that, Skullfuggery. If you haven't subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. There's over 4K here already, one of our biggest ever live shows. Make sure you subscribe to everyone's channel, Matisse, TOBS, GRIZZ, SAEED, and Steve. All the channel links are in the description below. Make sure you do that, because there's more content to come this summer. There's a pinned message. That's the official channel. We're going to be doing content as a collective on that this summer. Make sure you subscribe to that and hit the like button and continue enjoying. A couple super chats says Premier League winners, Carabao Cup winners, FA Cup semis, and Champions League finalists. According to SAEED, we had a bad season. And Micah says, SAEED, it took your great manager 13 years to win his first Champions League. I don't want to get back into SAEED now, because I'm sure it's going to start up again between him and Steve later.
He won't know that, mate. He's only been watching him for 10 years.
It is Matisse. It's going to start already. It is Matisse's. It is Matisse's.
Don't start, man. Don't start again. Don't start.
I can start anytime I want,
you, my guy.
Anytime I want.
Let Matisse do his
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is? How many times did I come on here and try and tell everybody that Tuchel is not a joke, man? He's not your usual interim manager. He's not your honeymoon period. I keep saying it.
I said that too, though. Fair play.
Put some respect on Tuchel's name. Second Champions League final in a row. Poch is trying to run out of PSG for what reason? Because there's politics. You can't give that team instructions and tell them what to do when you got Neymar earning God knows what, how many bags. Tuchel is a top manager. This is not a situation where brothers come in and created some vibes, and he's come with birthday cake and some balloons and got everybody's spirits up, and suddenly we're winning games. Watch the game properly. Watch the tactics properly. Watch the defense properly. Watch Chelsea creating the most chances in the Premier League at one point a couple of weeks ago. I haven't checked the stats yet, since he's been arrived. And then you can just clearly see that it's a forward situation where we need to put the ball in the back of the net. But the actual foundations of what he's built in the time that he's done it has been more than just honeymoon period. If we're still in the honeymoon period, as I said before, this is one hell of a marriage. And it might divorce in 2 years or 1 year. This is Chelsea. I know how it goes. But I'm telling you, I'll take it, because this guy, the foundations that he's built with that defense, which a couple of weeks ago, you know, that rough week that we was all joking about, yeah, a lot of individual errors, but the basis of the run that we've been on with Tuchel, great defense, building out from the back. There's a style of play. There's a clear vision. And again, not disrespecting Oli, but that's not the same thing. So you can't compare one interim manager to another. We did the whole Lampard, Arteta, Oli thing. We're not doing that with Tuchel. He's not in that ballpark. He's on another level. And I'm not going to have it. So when man were telling me, Chelsea's, honeymoon period's over, Matisse, what's going on? There's no such thing as honeymoon, because the guy knows what he's doing. Simple as top manager. And there's top managers going about now, and there's clubs looking for one. And I'm so glad that my club pulled the trigger when they did, because if they didn't, Tuchel would be Real Madrid right now, Juventus right now, whoever. They would have taken him. So thank God Roman didn't fall for this stupid P word called project and said the project needs to continue with someone else, right? Respectfully. And we need to win games. We need to win trophies. Didn't get sentimental and emotional about it. Wasn't screaming legends and whatnot. He said, no, you've done your thing. Thank you so much. But I'm going to kick it to the next guy who's got a lot more know-how, and we're going to move on to the next stage. That's how it's got to be done. And everybody who slags off Chelsea's model about sacking managers, does it look like I care? No, it doesn't. You know why? Because it's about winning. The game is about glory. As Tottenham tell me. It's about glory. Yeah, roll your eyes. Roll your eyes, bro. Do you know what it is?
No. You've been
nice to you today.
No. You've been doing a hell of a lot of talking, but you've been doing a hell of a lot of talking, but I specifically recall you in Frank Lampard's corner. I
was in his corner until the left game.
So that's why it's rich. That's why it's rich. It's funny because
it's not rich.
I was the one that was screaming for you lot to sack this guy.
It's not rich.
It is rich.
It's not rich because I gave him the patience. No,
bro. It's rich because
it's not rich.
It took pressure. It took pressure from me and from everyone else on the big stage.
You think it came from you? You think it came from you? No, you think it came from you? No, it didn't come from you. It came from the eye test. It came from the eye test.
It's the eye test.
It didn't come from you.
as early as
Cool,
deep
you
into
said
the
it
season-
earlier than me. You're not a Chelsea fan though. You're a Tottenham
I
fan.
never said I'm a Chelsea fan. As
Cool.
deep into the season,
You're
as
cynical. You
January.
hate the club.
No. It's because
So
what you're
because it took
saying is
you longer,
what you're saying.
but did I not realize before you was that?
It's hypocritical. It's hypocritical.
No, it's
because
not. No.
you-
Listen. Because you can
No,
go
what
back
do you
and get the
listen?
footage. You can go back and get the
What?
footage. I
What
said he
footage?
should be. The footage of me saying that it's time for him to go. I said after eventually, cool.
Bro, you
Because I
said
give
One
you
at a time. One at a time.
You know why?
Bro,
Do you know why?
You said it when you were fucking ninth, bro. You said
Huh?
when you were 8th, 9th in the table.
Yeah, because I give a brother time.
The guy
I
was
said it.
thinking, bro. The guy was thinking.
Why
The guy was thinking. for like
did
2
it
months
take you so
straight.
long to say Daniel
2
Levy
months
out
straight,
after
bro.
all these years? Why did
And
it take
now-
you so long?
2 months
Why did it take you so long to say Daniel Levy out on my show? Why couldn't you say that? Why?
What do
Because
you
you got an
Daniel Levy
emotional
out?
attachment. Because you got you're now. It took you long enough. Look at my watch. What time
Daniel
is it?
Levy out.
What time? How long did that take
Daniel
you?
Levy's going nowhere, bro.
Let's not
Daniel
pretend.
Levy's going
Let's
nowhere.
not- Oh,
Daniel
but
Levy-
do you want him out?
It's not about what I want. He's going nowhere, bro. It's going nowhere, bro.
Do you want him out? Do you want him
I
out or not?
want him out, but it's going
Cool.
nowhere.
Right then.
It's
How
going
long did it
nowhere.
take you? How long did
Bro,
it take you?
There's
Why
a
did it take
difference.
you so long? Why did
Bro,
it take you?
there's-
Why did it
I
take
know
you so
what you're
long?
trying to do. You're trying to deviate. You can
No, I'm not.
deviate all
No,
you
I'm
want.
not.
Yes,
Because
you are.
you,
Yes,
but
you are.
listen.
You've gone on
listen,
your
listen.
monologue. You've gone on your
No.
monologue, and you're literally the things that you're saying. Oh, people said this, that, and the other. Bro, you were saying those things.
No,
you were
listen,
saying those
listen to
things.
me. You need to listen. You need to listen. I said after Leicester, I'm done. That's it. That's your time
Exactly.
done.
And
Yeah.
and where were you in the table after Leicester?
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean
It doesn't matter.
Bro,
Did I say it after he was? Did I do it after? Did I do it afterwards, or did I do it before?
At the start, before this Big Six thing even came into effect. How long have I been saying that this Frank Lampard guy is not a good manager at Chelsea? You've been
That's
going
cool.
on and on.
That's cool.
Last season, the season before, when you literally crawled to top four, you man were telling me this guy's had a good season. No, in
He
what
did have a good season.
He didn't have a good season.
He did have a good season.
So now you're talking about Thomas Tuchel.
Thomas Tuchel came in at the right time.
Yeah, came in at the right time.
I said he should go after. I said he should go after Leicester. Listen. I said he should.
Why are we talking about Lampard, man? Why are we talking about
I
Lampard?
don't know. Listen. I don't know why Toby's got vexed over that point because that.
Yeah, Matisse, Matisse, I'm gonna look. You're my younger brother,
I didn't get vexed.
and I'm gonna give you some advice because I'm older than you, and I'm gonna say don't let these mans deflect and
Man's trying to deflect.
Yeah.
No,
Look, I've been accused. Look,
classic deflection game.
I've been accused.
I'm not reflecting anything, bro.
I've been accused of being GRIZZ, right, and an Arteta fan, whatever. But people know, and look, the videos are out there on YouTube.
You can
And
go and
people
see
know when Tuchel came, and I said to Matisse, he's a serious manager. Now that Chelsea have got a serious coach, their problem. And I tweeted it, and my Liverpool people got on the back of me and said, "What? What do you mean Chelsea are serious?" Well, who's laughing now? Well, not laughing. I was crying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and be fake. I didn't want Chelsea to win. I can't stand Chelsea. Yeah, Matisse, I love. Kante.
Why'd you love Matisse?
I like Matisse. Matisse is my brother.
Well, you don't love me, Toby. Now.
Why'd you love
Yeah, you love Matisse as well. No, you love Matisse as well.
Yeah,
I know you.
In a
There you
hateful
go.
type way.
Tribalism apart. No, I hate Chelsea because of the tribalism. That's natural. Yeah, they were gutted when Liverpool won it 6 times. Yeah, just putting it out there, right? So every team gets gutted. I wanted City to win, right? Even though I love Steve, even though I hate his club, I still wanted City to win. And I said that I wish both of them luck, but I'm gonna cut through the banter and the shouting and everything. And I just want to give my opinion before you lot can carry on talking, saying what you lot want to say to each other personally. Yeah, that's up to you lot. But I just want to talk about the performance of Pep Guardiola in that final.
Yeah.
For me, Turkish bro, I'm being serious here. Maybe I'm saying it out of anger because I wanted City to win.
Nah, say it.
But I don't think I'm saying it through anger. I'm not, because I'm not that fucking fussed. You know what I mean? It wasn't that fucking heart-wrenching that City won it over City. It was a much. It's like which ball do I want to get kicked in, the left one or the right one? You get me? It's a much of a muchness. Yeah, they both hurt the same, give or take what day it is. All right. But what I want to say is that was the worst managerial performance that I have seen in recent times. I haven't thought about of all time. I thought that was a disaster class from Pep Guardiola. And I'm a Pep Guardiola fan. Steve knows I love Pep Guardiola and I put respect on his name. But I thought Tuchel, I'm not going to give credit to Tuchel for doing something outstanding, Matisse. Tuchel played his game. Tuchel had belief, confidence, enough mentality to say, guys, we're going to play our game. Even though certain players might have said to Tuchel, but we've been playing the same way. Don't you think he's going to work us out? We've been playing the same team against him, the same system. Maybe let's do a surprise attack. You can imagine Tuchel saying to them, relax. Pep will fuck this up for himself. And lo and behold, even though me and Steve discussed it, we were hoping like, surely he won't fuck about. He knows his team. He's been playing, mucking about different drafts of team against Chelsea in the cup and in the league, different formation in the league. We thought he's going to go tried and tested, do what he's got to do. The only dilemma I thought, and I think I discussed it with Steve, was whether he's going to go 2 in midfield, 2 DMs or 1 DM. Motherfucker goes with no DMs.
Reload that.
He goes
see the
with
stat, Chris?
no DMs. He's been. Let me finish, Steve. Sorry, I'm not going to be too much longer because I don't want to. It's getting me angrier and angrier, right?
Bro,
because he's my coach. I do like him. I love him.
I'm with you, Grizz. Everything you said.
So he's gone in.
Sorry.
Look, I agree that he's one of the revolutionaries of football. So he's created this. One of his claims is sort of winning the league with no striker, right? Yeah. And that's his decision, by the way. It's not because of injury, whatever. He's got strikers on the bench, Jesus, Aguero. He chooses to play that system. So when people say, he was forced into playing with no striker, no. He's chosen that system in his head, thinking that's going to do something. It done something. It won the league. He goes into the Champions League final and plays with no striker and no DM. It's unheard of. Mason Mount, one of the best players this season in a floating role, who has pockets of space everywhere, who's going to be the danger man. He fucking puts Gundogan, who's been one of his best players, as a false 9, as an attacking 8, making runs into the box. He puts him number 6. Therefore, he changes the position of the others as a result. We listen, I don't want to bring it back to Liverpool, but we did cuss Klopp about certain things he'd done in the middle of the season, but he was fucking forced to, people. He had injuries everywhere. Pep Guardiola had a fully fit squad, won the league in February, March. He had time to prepare for this final like no other, and he fucking shat the bed. I'm not having anything else. One of the worst performances from a coach I've ever seen. Shame on him, because as Matisse said, winning one of these is fucking hard. Never mind winning 6 like we have. They've got a show. They've got a show bottle like we did. We lost the Champions League final. Then we came back hard and came back and won it the next season. Now City got to show this mentality and come back and win it the next season. But I don't think they've got it in them after that performance. I think Pep Guardiola. I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got it to come back with this team and win it.
It's about Messi, isn't it?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, just to add to that, yeah, from a Chelsea perspective, when I seen Sterling starting and not Foden, and I seen no DM, I said, what what is this? Like, seriously, because he said in the preview to this game, he explained Chelsea's tactics. He said that the wing backs get wide, the middle of the pitch, they have area to work in with the 10s floating in the half spaces because of the wing back stretching the pitch and Werner stretching the pitch up front. So there's going to be that room in the middle. He did all of that, and then you don't play a DM to stop the transitions. It made no sense to me. But from a Chelsea perspective, right? The whole media, when we sacked Lampard, they wanted, because let me just go to the point I was trying to make before Toby tried to derail my shit. Yeah. The whole point is that Chelsea were looked at as the bad guy going into this once again, because the media love to paint this picture of doing things the right way, sticking, giving people time. That doesn't work for everyone. Everybody's on their own path. Every club works differently. Not everyone has the same owner. Not everyone has the same cash funds. It don't work. You do what has to be done to get the job done and win. That is the whole point here, is to win. Nobody's not out here trying to play good football and not win no games. That's not what's going on. Oh, at least they're a nice club. At least they stuck by this guy. They stuck by that guy. Oh, it looks great. But if there's no trophies coming in the door, then what? They tried to paint us as the bad guy. At the end of the day, Chelsea deserve to be here. And by the way, when people are talking about splashing cash, we spent some P's, cool. But is Mason Mount not in that starting 11? Is Reece James not in that starting 11? Is Christensen from the academy not coming on for a legend of the game, Thiago Silva, and replacing him and not putting a foot wrong? Don't try and act like as if there ain't no young players in this team. Don't try and act like as if, you know, we just splashed on every single position and we didn't think about our academy. Don't even dare, because it's not going to run. There are actual youth academy players that we have brought through. We spent our time developing, sending out on loans. People want to mock the loan system. Yeah. 2 years ago, man, them were at Wigan and Derby. Now they're in the Champions League final. So all this media agenda that they love to paint the picture, we had more academy graduates out on our pitch than Man City. So don't forget that. That's something
I actually give you man credit for, because I remember the days, even as Arsenal fans, when I was arguing about Usmanov and Kroenke and people saying, we don't want that type of owner, we don't want to be like Chelsea, look at them and look at this and look at that. But in reality, like, how can you not want to be like Chelsea in terms of they win?
They're the model, Turkish, they're the model.
Do you know what I mean? They win stuff, you know, and they have an owner that actually cares about winning. Like, obviously, what he does in his private life and all of that, I'm not too sure. I've heard rumors of, you know, negative headlines around him and whatnot. But I'm talking strictly as a football club owner. What he's done for Chelsea is transform them. But not only transform them, he's also steadied the ship. They're a good business. They're not a business that, and I give that credit to City as well, Steve, in terms of, you're not a business that just spends money, loses money, you make money. You know, so you've gone from essentially, I'm not going to say nothing, because Chelsea were definitely not nothing, City were not nothing either, but you've gone from somewhere to here, spending a whole heap of money, but the main thing is you steadied the ship, and Chelsea have done that in a way where, how can a club not want to be like them right now? Look at the last 10 years, 2 Champions Leagues, how many league titles, how many FA Cups, how many all of this. I look at everything you've won since the Invincibles, and I'm sickened. I can't lie to you.
Turkish, they want a City fan in that stadium that had any idea what he was doing. None of us. Everyone that was around us was going, why has he picked this team? But the thing is, what people need to understand, I ain't the manager. I'm a supporter. I can't do anything about it. All you've got to do is back your team. So we went to back our team. So if Pep Guardiola, who's just won the league and the League Cup, picks that team, who are we to go against him? So you back your manager, and he made a mistake. And this is what I said. It doesn't matter. He's won the league.
But is it twice though? It's twice though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's twice. But I mean, look. Everyone makes mistakes. You know what I mean? But he's made a mistake in the biggest game in our history. So he needs to come out and explain that. If he explains it, the fans will get it. A lot of fans are giving him a pass, saying, you know what, he's won 2 trophies. Yeah, I get that. But if you want to win the big trophies and you drop a bollock, you've got to come out and say why. Because we need to know why are you playing Raheem Sterling, who's clearly out of form? He's not been on form for the last 10 games. And you move Phil Foden, who's in absolute tip-top form. You move him to accommodate
Shocking,
Sterling.
Steve. Shocking.
Did you see that stat? In the last 60 games, Pep Guardiola has played either Fernandinho or Rodri at DM in the last 60 games, and then that one game, in the biggest game of it all, he changes it. And you know, in this season, when you guys were saying to me, Pep's going to overthink it. Last season, he did a lot. This season, I thought he's changed his mentality. The way we're playing is different. Yes. And I thought he's finally got that off his back. To do that in that final, right, was crazy. It was crazy. But do you know what, though? Yeah. Do you know what? Right. Chelsea, the players wanted it more. I could see it. I can see certain players on our team. They froze a little bit. Even Diaz and people like that were just, I don't know if they were overwhelmed by it. I don't know if they could sense it. And these people talking in the chat about the fans, the fans were shit. The City fans were shit. Do you know why they were shit? Yeah, The Chelsea fans, when we was outside the ground, they got to Porto, the majority of them at 3 o'clock, yeah? They flew in at 3 o'clock on a plane. They went straight to the stadium. They were bouncing, Champions League final, bouncing. Our lot were down the riverside for 3 days, steaming off the nut on whatever they were on, swimming in the river and all that. By the time they got to the stadium, half of them were asleep, you know what I mean? There was a few trying to get it going. It was a joke, mate. And I came out talking to them and said, you know what, for the Champions League final, you lot, a joke. And that's easy for me to say, I'm sober. Honestly, mate, I'd never been to a Champions League final before. They thought they were at the best party they've ever been to in their life and forgot about the game. But when the players needed it, fans were shit. City fans were shit, diabolical.
I think the two defeats before the final to Chelsea played a big part in Pep overthinking it again. I think if he had shared those games, 1 win, 1 defeat, and so on, I think it would have been very different. He wouldn't second guess himself. And even what Matisse said about even what Matisse said about the tactics, that he was confident in his press conference. He put out Chelsea's tactics. I actually think he did that in the hope that Tuchel second guesses himself and thinks, actually, let's go from the wings instead. And Pep hoped that without the DMs, he'd expose the middle. But Tuchel stuck to his guns. Pep didn't. And that's pretty much what won it.
But I don't think he said it, though.
I disagree.
10 minutes of the game starting, right? Zinchenko goes into midfield, a bit like what Cancelo's been doing this season, yeah. And Cancelo, it's been working for him because Cancelo's actually been contributing when he's in midfield. He's actually been linking up play, getting to the edge of the box, couple of shots, assists. Zinchenko didn't. Zinchenko was running around that midfield. They were knocking the ball over the top where Zinchenko should be. Diaz is having to come across to cover him. We were stretched all over the park. You look at the goal, they put a pass right down the middle of the team. And who was there trying to cover it? Zinchenko, behind the man, not in front of him, behind him. He rounds it and scores. Simple. At the end of the day, the whole setup and the whole way he put him on the pitch was wrong. And the fact that he's that stubborn, when he sees them creating chances like that, he can't change it because that's admitting he's made a mistake. That made it worse. And yeah, don't get me wrong, second half, when he put Jesus on, and when we had someone actually to link it up front and he put Fernandinho on to rattle a few in midfield, we actually looked like a better team and it looked like we may have a chance of scoring. But up until that point, there was no chance.
But that's the nastiness of it and the stupidness of it. And we can't fathom it because he done all the tactics, changing this false 9, no 9, small midfielders, no DM. Sorry, 1 DM, 2 DMs, no DM. Playing Gundogan, who's had probably his best season, best patch. Where was his best patch, Steve? You tell me. His best patch was attacking 8 or false 9.
We talk about Pogba.
He's taking fold off. Raheem Sterling playing. That's the equivalent of Naby Keita playing in Madrid. The mashed up decision Klopp made. Remember, you lot killed him for it. I killed him for it. He's done all this in a Champions League final. And what you've just said was the best patch you had in 5-10 minutes, the last 5-10 minutes. When he fucking just put on everyone and anyone and just put crosses into the box after all that technical thinking, right? You know, it drove me mad, right? After dominating the season as he has, playing his brand of football, he didn't have enough confidence in his game, in his players, to beat Chelsea, who, let's get it right, Chelsea deserve it because they had confidence in their system, in their players, in their games. He didn't change fuck all 3 games. Just players. He didn't change the system. He didn't change the way of pressing. He didn't change anything. He believed in his coaching skills. Yet Pep thought he's so arrogant that he can coach these players to a certain level, to such a level in the 3 weeks before the last game, because all you've got is training sessions to coach this way of playing. He was so arrogant. He thought, because I can see it in my head, I want these motherfuckers to be thinking what I'm thinking. It does not work like that. Zinchenko is no Pep Guardiola. Kyle Walker hasn't got the brain of Pep Guardiola.
He played well, though.
I don't care, Tobes. Pep Guardiola tried to make all these lot think like him and think, because it suited Pep's game. Pep played this game the week before, every night in his head. He played it every night. Pep Guardiola played this game in his head and thought this was going to happen. And he told the players this was going to happen. It's not as simple as that.
It was the smoke. It was the smoking after the Premier League title. When he was smoking, everybody saw it. We saw all the craziness that was going on. After that, his head was never right. After that, let's be real.
I think with Pep as well. Like you can't talk about, because the thing is, this game you have to talk about. Obviously, there's winners and losers. We can talk about how good Chelsea were, because they were, and they deserved to win the game, and they defended brilliantly. I think it was Christensen or Rudiger who made like some really last ditch. Like,
Rudiger, yeah.
I'm not being bitter. People calling me bitter. I'm not being bitter. I want to praise Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea done brilliant though. I don't think they had to do brilliant. I think Man City imploded badly.
If you look at Chelsea's,
they were solid.
If you look at Chelsea's defensive shape in that game, the
N'Golo Kante was sensational, out of this world.
Yep.
Out of this world. He ate every single midfielder up.
Yep.
He was fasting all week. He done iftar. He opened his fast on the Champions League final.
But you know what Chelsea have with Kante, and I think when I look across both teams, that the starting 11s, yeah, I think Kante is the only one that, let me word this correctly, that gives me that
game performance,
that Company or Aguero feel that I think Man City lacked in that final, where Company and Aguero can have moments, or the way they play can lead by example. It can galvanize the team. Like it might be a block, it might be a burst of pace from Aguero. I don't think City have that leader where it's like De Bruyne might be the one people look at now, but I don't think he's in the same mold. Kante, for example, he might not be the best player in terms of quality.
With De Bruyne, yeah.
Man, look at him.
Sorry, Turkish. With De Bruyne, yeah. De Bruyne, we've all seen De Bruyne last few years, yeah, playing a little bit deep in midfield, spraying balls left, right, and centre, assists, and all that. People say, "Do you see that assist?" Yeah. This season, he stifled De Bruyne, playing him a false nine, right? So he's trying to turn a player who was ranked as one of the best midfielders in Europe. He's tried to turn him into a false nine, right? He's done it at Bayern Munich with Philipp Lahm, changing his position. He likes to do that. He's done it with De Bruyne this season. But you know, against Everton, last game, we beat them 5-0, won the league, yeah? He played him deep. De Bruyne was all over the place, spraying the ball about, scoring goals. He looked the bollocks. And then he does that. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered. That's what I'm saying. But when you're a City fan and you're in a tough position, I'm not getting on anyone's back, right, player-wise. But Pep Guardiola, yeah, no matter what he's done and how he's the best manager we've ever had, yeah, he deserves to give us an explanation. He deserves to give us an explanation. But
especially
Chelsea deserve the win.
Yeah.
Do you know what, right?
Especially.
I was just gonna say, I think we should keep focus on Pep, because I think
we should keep some focus on Chelsea players. Honest to God, honest
Chelsea
to
were
God,
good.
we're talking about Pep. Yeah, we're talking about Man City a lot, but we're not talking about. We're not talking about players. We're trying to make this out. No, this is what we're doing now. That we can't do. We're trying to make this out like Pep. Pep was the sole reason as to why we won this game, because he fumbled the bag so hard. Let me tell you something, right? Okay,
nobody's saying that, bro.
All right, but what I'm saying is as well, Jorginho and Kante in that midfield. Jorginho, the most tackles and interceptions in the Champions League this season, right? Again, another player that people continue to disrespect, right? Continue to disrespect because he has his limitations athletically. Kante, 4 man of the matches in a row. These players have been doing this in this competition. So we need to talk about that as well, because it's not like Chelsea it's not like Chelsea just played poorly up until the run and then Pep came along and gave them the final. These players have been grafting all Champions League long. All Champions League long. Mendy with the lead with a golden glove. Although Pep could have got things right, let's not pretend like Man City didn't have a crazy team out there. They had a great.
That's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say, because everyone keeps talking about Pep. Pep messed up. And yes, he overfought as he always does, etc., etc., etc. But we've seen a lot of those Man City players do their dirt, even when he's tinkered in the past. We've seen them do their dirt, and they were shackled, bro. Riyad Mahrez. How many times have we heard his name in the past month? What he did to PSG? Ben Chilwell clapped the bejesus out of him. Clapped him. Midfield, Kevin De Bruyne, obviously he got body checked by Rudiger and had to go off with a broken nose. But before that, Kante was all over him like a rash. On the left-hand side, Raheem Sterling, he's still in Reece James' back pocket now. The midfield couldn't touch Jorginho, Kante when they were in possession as well. So for me, we can talk about Pep all day long, but fact of the matter is that the Chelsea players bossed City off the park. And I'm looking at some of those City players, and I'm looking at you thinking, like, you've been munched in this final now. Like, this is a big deal in terms of the performance that you've put in. The Champions League final, and you have literally been munched. Chelsea players turned up, you didn't. To a man, even Phil Foden,
You know what?
we waxed lyrical about Phil Foden.
He was
shackled.
silent.
Like, they were all shackled.
I'm not blaming the kid. He's a kid, Tobbs. I'm not blaming him.
I'm not trying to blame. I'm not trying to blame.
I'm not even going to criticize him for his performance.
You can
There
criticize
was
him.
far more. No. There was far more senior players.
Grizz, wait, one sec, Grizz, because I didn't just mention Phil Foden. I've mentioned like half the team.
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva.
He's last. He's one of the last.
Bernardo Silva started that game, and he was terrible. He was terrible, bro. So
Again, how the fuck did you bring Bernardo into that fucking team?
Again, that's what I'm saying. We can talk about Pep all day long, but the individual matchups, Chelsea won virtually all of them on the pitch, and ultimately that's what wins you the game, and that's what won Chelsea the game. So
Can I just say something about Tuchel? I got it wrong. I got it wrong with Tuchel.
They were terrible.
Yeah,
they were terrible, bro. Second half, the game, Chelsea literally scored in the 40-something minute, and the game was basically done. They sat in their shit and they literally munched everything Man City had to throw at them.
Easy as well.
Can I just say something about Tuchel? For me, I got it wrong. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I put my hands up. I thought he was a pragmatic manager. You know what I mean? I thought he gave me vibes of Van Gaal and all that. Listen,
he is.
He's a pragmatic. He's a pragmatic manager with a plan. Hold on. Let me say something.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let me say something. Calma. I think for me, I always had a sense of Tuchel similar to Van Gaal, 5 at the back, wing backs, progressive. You know what I mean? Midfielders in the middle, bombing on forward and whatnot, and then you've got the 2 strikers split the defense wide open. It gave me a lot of advice, especially at home when I thought certain positions. But more and more I've seen him. Van Gaal never had no plan. With Tuchel, there's every method to the plan, mate. And for me, I've got to laud him. And I think as much as Pep Guardiola was rubbish and he didn't have a plan for me, Tuchel nailed it spot on. For me, I don't know about you guys, but Mason Mount, you've got to give it credit. Listen, I know, Matisse, we had a stream maybe about a year ago, you know what I'm saying? Me and you around, and I was smoking.
It wasn't a year ago, I'll tell you that.
You know
it
what?
That long ago.
Yeah, it was a year ago. You know, we'll round up, man. We'll round up. We'll round up.
Mason Mount was getting smoked in that stream. Mason Mount was getting smoked in that stream.
Yeah. We'll round up. But for me, Tuchel, it just shows you, man, what a level of coach he is. In 4 months, this guy has got them 4th. Champions League final. I know they lost the FA Cup, but they beat Man City to get there. You've got to respect him. And for me, I'm worried about Chelsea next season. I don't know about you, man, but for me, 100%. Chelsea, if they can get a striker in, maybe Lukaku, boy, oh boy, I could be hearing.
I was worried about Chelsea this season.
Listen, I could be hearing all of that stuff.
Do you know what it is, though?
This season coming up, man, I'm fearing them because they
do you know what it is
about? They go ahead. Go on.
Sorry, just to add, because you made a point about people thinking he was pragmatic. Tuchel is just managing what he's got. So if you've got a strike force that are firing and banging in goals, you're going to go forward. You're going to set up more expansive. Cool. But if you've got a strike force that are missing chances and not converting, and the conversion rate is absolutely shambolic despite the amount of big chances you create, then why on earth would you continue to shove everything forward and not set up in a way where you're tightening up the ship and making sure the build-up play, the midfield, the transitions, the open play, chances conceded are all on point defensively and making sure that, cool, we just need a goal. Why would you not do that? That is just logical. Management is about managing situations. It's not about manager, we're going to make these things look pretty. You have to make sure that everything is solid in whatever respect that you can see that your team is moving on, whether it's the attack fumbling the bag or the defense is leaky. You play to your strengths and you make sure that your team
gets the best percentage chance of winning with the tools that you've been dealt with. He can't put the ball in the back of the net for these guys. He can create a system that creates high volume of chances for them and big chances. But if you don't score, then my guy has to set up differently. That's just how it's to go. Now, I'm not going to sit here, like I said, I might be dressed like I'm in Men in Black and whatnot, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like as if I've known everything all along. Like I said, I feel like when I wanted Lampard gone, that was very much the similar time after the Leicester game, as the board said, yo, cool, he's got to go. But I still have I love and respect Lampard. But like I said, this had to happen. What I'll tell you is Chelsea fans, even ourselves, we got things wrong. Yeah, I told you about Mason Mount. Yeah, I told you about Kai Havertz. But we didn't tell you about Rudiger, or a lot of us didn't. Rudiger has done a complete 180 on this fan base. In January, I wanted Rudiger gone. I wanted Christensen gone. I didn't think they had the mental capacity for this. I didn't think they were the guys. They didn't show me that level of being world class for so long. I thought, yeah, you guys are good players, but of course, any guy playing for any one of our clubs are good players. Let's just keep it a buck. However, have you got the leadership qualities to be that primary centre back that makes someone else better next to you, like Diaz? Have you got that consistency in your game to not make individual errors? I didn't think they had it in them. Yes, we've changed system, but the way that Rudiger especially has stepped up since Tuchel has arrived has been one of the biggest 180s I've ever seen since I've started watching football. It's absolutely incredible. The leadership that he's shown, bro, beefing Suarez. Do you know what I mean? It's just been incredible. I have to big him up because I wanted him gone and now I want him on a new contract. That's what football can do to you. There's a lot of players in my squad that I love. I love the squad, but there's a few guys I was like, nah, man, you're not it. You're not it. We need someone else. But these guys have done a full 180. And Chelsea, like you said, next season, Chelsea have the capacity to do anything in any given game. However, they haven't been consistent over the course of the season, hence the Premier League. So if Chelsea want to now kick on, they need to make a couple signings in areas where they're weak. What do you mean the low block?
The low block. So next season, you know, the games that you've lost and drawn, leads away. Now, I'm just talking about next season will be a test in terms of low block. Teams will now focus on what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? The pacing behind, they'll try and make it low block. So that's going to be a kind of I'm not saying it's going to be a stern test for Tuchel because I think he will overcome it. But that'll be one of them things where I think if he can't break that low block, that'll be the difference between him and winning a title and top four next season.
But this is why Chelsea cannot, what they've done so often previously when they've won a title or won a big trophy, they've said, okay, cool, we're going to start bringing in fringe players and wasting money. You have to build when you're strong. You have to buy when you're strong because everybody right now, we should be able to talk to most players now. Not all of them, of course, still, but most of them. We should be able to talk to them and bring them if we need them. So Chelsea are at their pinnacle now in terms of buying power. They've got the money. I've got all the respect in the world for the squad. I love most of the squad, but there's still areas like striker that regardless of winning the Champions League, shit don't change. You still need a striker. You have to bring in a striker. You have to make sure that when you're at this level of football, that you build upwards. You don't just rest on your laurels and say everybody won the Champions League, everybody stays, and we keep it moving.
Bro. Don't forget Winger.
Winger.
No.
Listen.
Say it,
but listen, no, it's not a priority. Listen, it's not a priority.
Yes,
no, it's not a priority.
Okay.
Like I said, this team.
I love how Tottenham fans giving advice. I love it. I love it.
Wait. What do you mean?
No, I just, you know what I mean? Why would you want to help them, man? Don't help them, man.
So I'm a football fan.
No, I'm not. I'm just. It's funny.
No, but listen. It's not a priority for me. A priority is a striker because this team create chances, right? They might, but they need to finish it. So for me, that comes with the striker first. That's his responsibility to finish. Of course, we know in the modern game, wingers have to score goals, and we know that. Salah, Mane, they've shown us that. However, the striker is your bread and butter for goals. So we need to get a new striker. Then you look at the DM situation. You say to yourself, do we have a natural profile DM in the squad? Not really. Kante, I've been screaming all season as a box-to-box midfielder. He's not a lone DM sitting. Why would you have a bundle of energy, a Duracell battery, and then cage him up in one rigid position and tell him to wait there? It makes no sense. So you've got to bring in a DM with a different profile that we don't already have. It's got a bit of strength, got a bit of pace, and can cover the ground. And then we go from there. But we have to improve. We cannot stand still. We cannot just say we won the Champions League so we don't make any changes. We have to kick on. And that's what we'll do, hopefully. So I'm looking forward to next season. But Liverpool and Man City, I got respect for them because they've set up a very, very high points tally over the last 3 years. So it's not.
Don't worry, man. Conte's coming, man.
Listen, something's got to happen. Conte's coming to you, yeah.
No, the fact. No, Chelsea. I think. Look, let's be real, right? Let's be real. Like this was Matisse's shot. He deserved this shot. Man's been very quiet recently in little shows, you know. and people have noticed.
He went from a shaved head, Grizz. Remember that?
The glow up is real.
Mad.
Man's come from looking like Penfold to Men in Black. Like, you know what I mean? It's a total different. It's a total different
Hollywood
look.
now.
It's Hollywood. It's Hollywood now, man. From a cartoon to a Hollywood star, right? So big him up, man. So big up Matisse, big up Chelsea and everything. But I just want to throw my 2 pence, threepence, as in English they say. Yeah, I just want to say, I just think, right. And look, Saeed, I know you're going to come for me, but this is what I'm here for, innit? I'm here for you, brother. Yeah. And Steve might have a chance to come at me tonight as well, because I feel as though he's got some rage in him that he probably wants to let out, right? But I just want to say,
what's going on, Steve? Come on, cheer up, man.
I just want to say,
get that fire back, man.
I just want to say, yeah, guys. So look how hyped Chelsea are. Look what it means to them. Champions League is for me is the biggest trophy in world football, club football. You know, Premier League, whatever. But Champions League is the creme de la creme, I should say. Yeah, I just want everyone in the chat, everyone here, just to put a respect on Liverpool's name. Like we've TOBS, Can I just finish? You might as well disappear. You all might as well disappear. Take off all your faces. Let me talk myself. Take all your cameras off.
Always about you, Grizz.
I'm good.
All right. Steve.
I'm living life. I don't give a shit.
Wait.
We're champions of Europe.
100%.
I don't care.
So
Everyone get the violins out.
This ain't violin shit, but this is. Look, I'm just saying, Matisse. Look how good you feel. Look how powerful you feel. Look how on top of the world you feel, brother. Fair play. This is what it feels like for me. 6 times. We done this 6 motherfucking times. Put some respect on my club's name.
How did this change to a Liverpool chat?
Hold on.
Did you block this off?
There was a super chat like
look,
2 weeks ago, and someone said that Grizz is deceptive. Like he knows what he's doing.
800 million. 800 million Pep had to build this team to win the Champions League. Man still ain't done it. Put some respect on Jurgen Klopp, who's reached 2 finals in 4 years and then won one of them and then beat them in a title race. One of the greatest teams, the Premier League.
Because the other year it was the Premier League.
Look, guys, let me finish, man. Otherwise, it's sad. It's sad if I don't finish, man. It's sad. If I don't finish. Let me finish. This is going to be sad, TOBS. If you don't finish,
for 5 minutes.
I'm gonna feel sad. I'm already sad because Man City didn't win
the Champions League.
I'm already sad because my best coach, like I grew up loving Pep, had a disaster class. Let me finish. I'm gonna be more sad. All I'm saying is a little bit of respect, guys, going into next season. Right? Look how happy these are. Look how happy Steve was getting 98 points. 98 points on the season. They've just won the league with one of the lowest tallies. Like Rafa Benitez finished 2nd with 89 points. Yeah, they've won the Energy Drink Cup. Right? Yeah. He did. Right. But all I'm saying is it's very hard to win this trophy. It's not a joke thing. And to come back from when we lost it, Mo Salah got injured and everyone was like, Mo Salah was excuses. Liverpool were running the game and Mo Salah got injured. People that are talking about Kevin De Bruyne as an excuse, Kevin De Bruyne was anonymous even before his injury. Anonymous. So please don't make the comparison between Kevin De Bruyne and Mo Salah. So all I'm saying is Man City, a lot of Man City fans said to me like our best player was injured. And I was like, okay. But all I'm saying is it's over to Pep's Man City and Steve to come back hard next season and prove themselves, as I said, to come in that elite category, which you're still yet to come into. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Listen, let me just have my last bit. At the end of the day,
I'm going to go on mute because fair's fair. I'm a fair man.
At the end of the day, GRIZZ was celebrating 3rd last week like he'd won a trophy. Yeah, so we know that. At the end of the day, any other team in here, bar Chelsea, yeah, would accept Manchester City's season, yeah? Semi-finalists in the FA Cup, won the Carabao Cup, won the Premier League, got to a Champions League final. That's not a bad season. And for a Man City fan, That's a great season. To all the Man City fans out there, are we disappointed we lost the Champions League? Damn right. Would it have been perfect? Of course it would have. At the end of the day, we lost. But we're Man City fans. We're used to that losing feeling. We've had it for 20 years. It's only recent now the trophies started coming. So don't try and disrespect Man City as a club and think, oh, you're not this now because you haven't won this, or you're not this. They said, we'll never be a big club till we won the Prem. Then we won it. They said, you'll never be a big club till you win back-to-back titles. And we did it. We did a Centurion season. We did a formidable season. Now you're saying we're not a big club because we haven't won the Champions League. Well, let me tell you, yeah, it's coming. So might not be next year, might not be the year after. Might not
you're
be
massive club. I didn't say big club. You're a big club. I said elite.
Look, it's coming. Look, Man City fans, every game that we play now and every trophy we win is precious to us because we're not a team or a fan base that's been lavish with trophies over the years. So there's certain fan bases out there that are used to winning trophies. Turkish, them Arsenal days for you must seem a long way away. SAEED, Tottenham, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I don't think there's many clubs out there that would swap the position of Manchester City fans. So Man City fans, keep your head up high. We lost the Champions League to a better team. Pep Guardiola fought it. Fair play. We've won the league. Fantastic. We won the Carabao Cup. Fantastic. Roll on next season.
I want to ask a question quickly as well.
There are
Before
people crying today.
I want to ask a question before we wrap it up. There's one here that says Kante Ballon d'Or contender. Well, this Friday's show, Big Six, obviously 10 p.m. as usual. We'll discuss Ballon d'Or contenders, team of the season again. We'll wrap up like all of this end of season awards and whatnot. So
I'll tell you what we do. What do you think? Bad boy idea. Let's do a Champions League team of the season. What do you think?
Well, you know what? If we're discussing Ballon d'Or, we might as well do something like that because we're going to discuss
Thank you.
the best players in Europe. So
because I got shagged on team of the season last time we did that with my suggestions. So now I'd like to do a Champions League team of the season. 100% that can run.
Yeah, we'll do it this Friday. Matisse, the question I wanted to ask you is because Steve said it twice. Is that no one would swap the season with Man City's apart from you guys. And it's a double loaded question because after you answer this one, I want the rest to answer. Wouldn't you swap Premier League for Champions League, or am I the only one? Even as an Arsenal fan, if you ask me forget next season. If we was in Champions League and you asked me Premier League or Champions League, I want my team to win the Premier League next before going on to Champions League because I feel like when you don't win the Premier League in and around that Champions League, it's not as weighty as it is when you are the best in England and the best in Europe. Like Liverpool won a couple where they was like, they wasn't even the best in Merseyside one year they won the Champions League.
No, never that.
There was one year you finished below Everton in the league and you won Champions League, right?
There was.
Like, in my honest opinion, you can say champions of Europe, but that season,
I hear you.
You get me? Chelsea.
I get your point.
When Chelsea finished 6th, 7th, and won it, to me,
that's what I agree, Turkish.
No. If you're asking me seriously, right, I can't lie to you. It is not even comparable. I am taking the Champions League every single day of the week. It is a competition that you're not in every season, right?
It's the Holy Grail, isn't it?
Some of us in this show next season will not be in it, right? We're not in the Champions. We're not going to be in the Champions League. It is the dream. This is something that comes around once, twice, 3 times, maybe in a lifetime. It's not easy. And I'm telling you, 2012, and I'm telling you now, best days of my life winning this competition and following the sport. Premier League is a 38-game season. 38-game season in the Premier League. You have time to build up your emotions. When you're going to win it, unless it's an Aguero against Man United, unless it's one of them, you have had time to build up your emotions and win it and take it and cool. The Champions League is a final. Your emotions are running high. And this competition, winning this is why I was so against the Super Cup. So against the Super Cup. Because the pedigree on this competition cannot be touched.
Yeah, Super League.
If this competition puts you in other competitions that you can't get into. You can't get into the European Super Cup or the Club World Cup. I don't know if you rate those competitions or not. I certainly want them. I want to be now world champions. You can win this competition and put yourself in positions that you can't get to without it. This competition for me is the pinnacle. It's why Real Madrid fans act the way they do. It's why Real Madrid
Liverpool.
and Perez act the way they do. Liverpool,
Madrid,
this is why they act the way
Milan.
they do. It's this Milan, it's this pedigree.
Yeah.
This pedigree, not everybody
Yeah,
can
man.
get this.
I agree.
It's different. It's different.
Unless you feel
I
it. See, the
agree.
thing is, Matisse, yeah, I'm sorry, but you've
Yeah.
joined the pedestal. Like, you've won it more than once now.
You only got to look at it.
You're coming up. You're
One
coming up.
behind
So I can
United.
say it.
One more.
People
One more
don't
behind
know
United.
until you feel this.
It's different.
Until you
Trust me.
feel it, you don't know it, man.
Bro,
and when
I
you
lost my
feel it,
voice.
you're gonna. Oh
Yeah.
man, it's the
Bro,
best feeling in the world.
Bro,
But
I said it, bro. I didn't
listen,
sleep.
league
I lost my
titles,
voice.
look, again, I
And
will
also-
say it. Again, it will depend on what stage you're at. So when we were hungry for 30 years for the Premier League title, even though we'd won a couple of Champions Leagues, we wanted the Premier League above anyone else. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite and lie, but that's a different kind of need because we've been deprived of the Premier League, right? So we want to prove ourselves. But the fact of the matter is, there's a reason why this is the creme de la creme and the biggest baby. All the European clubs. There's no point talking about English clubs sneering at it. And
No,
we've talked about we've talked about the Europa League being sneered at from the English clubs, but in Europe, in the majority of the big boy clubs, Europa League is a big boy trophy, and the Champions League is the pinnacle. Until you
30
feel
years,
it, guys.
Honestly,
I don't
honestly,
think-
God.
But I
No,
don't
not
think
even.
we-
Not,
Look at my
Toby-
man Kante. Kante didn't even want to touch it
Honestly,
beforehand.
But
Like,
what I'm
Zlatan,
saying is,
Zlatan and Buffon have never won it. Honestly, Toby, Turkish not a banter thing, right?
I'm not saying it's about.
And Big Steve, not a banter thing. If you ever feel this emotion, I'm telling you, you're gonna change your opinion immediately. If your team wins this, you're gonna be like, yo,
I get you.
another level.
I don't know.
Wait. No, but stop. That's why. That's you and GRIZZ have got things mistaken. What do you mean change my opinion? The Champions League is the biggest competition to win. So of course I wouldn't swap it for the Prem. But the Champions League is the biggest. There's no way.
Which one would you have,
if you
Toby?
gave me- What if you gave me a choice of Champions League or Premier League? I'm choosing Champions League every day.
Okay, cool. All right.
No
Every day.
way.
But
No.
Turkish, bro, trust me.
No.
Not
but
for
what
no.
but what Turkish is saying?
Tottenham ain't won the league though.
Yeah, no, but what?
Tottenham ain't won the league though.
No, I'm not saying we have. I'm saying if you gave me a choice of the two. I'm not saying we have. The question was if you gave me a choice of the two. I would
Strays,
choose the
man.
Champions League. But the point you're making cannot be taken away. Like the Champions League,
And said
winning the
what, you know?
Champions League does not necessarily mean you're the best team in Europe. It means you can beat the best teams in Europe. But there are many variables that come into play when you're in a cup competition like the Champions League. Whereas in a league campaign, it may be less prestigious, but a league over 38 games, if you're top of the league, there's rarely any luck behind it. Like you've had 38 games to prove your worth.
100%.
And if you're top of the pile at 38 games, it shows that you have been the most consistent side ever. So whilst the
But
Champions
when you
League-
look at Toby, when you look at the Premier League now,
whilst the Champions League
Yeah.
is the biggest competition, yes, I would never swap it for a Premier League. I think winning a league is, dare I say, just as hard to do, if not harder.
So who's had the best season? Man City or Chelsea? Man City.
I think Chelsea.
Chelsea won the Champions League, bro.
No, but,
Honestly,
and also he's done it in 4 months.
it doesn't get better than that. It's
He's
for
done it
me.
in 4
We've had the
months.
best season.
I
We've had the
get
best season. We've had the best season because
Because you know why?
Any club would
Banter
swap places
aside,
with us.
Yeah, banter aside, though, what you got to look at, as much as City have won the league and the Carabao Cup, in 4 months, Tuchel has done it. In 4 months, man, it's crazy. He's got a side that failed under Lampard, and they were having turmoil. Rudiger was coming out, and all this was coming out, and then now Tuchel's won it. For me, if you look at the Premier League now, listen, you've only got to do a little 10-game winning run, and you've won the league. It's crazy. You win 10 games in a row, mate. Boom, you're done. League's done.
It was a poor
Everyone else is
season. Yeah.
inconsistent. And also, it's become a top 4 battle now, the league. It's not even a Premier League title anymore. When have we had a genuine title race now? I don't know. Maybe that 99, when you've got 99 points, is it? About 3-4 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
seasons
I think
ago,
for me,
3
Champions
seasons ago.
League, look how hard it is, man. Even to win a double back to back. Only Real Madrid have done it. I think is it Real Madrid only the last couple of years. Yeah, man, it's hard, man.
Look at PSG.
Hard
They
to win
built
the
their
Champions League.
whole. They
You know,
built their
we got
whole
beat by
club on this.
Istanbul.
PSG built their whole club on this. You know,
Yeah.
they spent 200 million each on each striker to build for this moment, and they still can't get it. It's not this. This is honestly, when you feel this, it's something else, man. I've never felt it. I have felt it once more, but when you feel this, it will have you on the street shouting, getting kicked out by your landlord. It will have all of those emotions going through you. It has Chelsea fans outside Stamford Bridge until 3 a.m. with the police calling and kicking them off the streets. It's something completely different. I'm telling you, it's surreal. I haven't. It's still sinking in. Still sinking.
Even if I said to you, Matisse, next season, Premier League or Champions League, which one are you taking?
Hey, Champions League again. I'll do this again. No problem. Trust me, bro. I'm telling you.
Champions League all day long, 100%.
Every time.
That would make sense. He's won the league multiple times. I thought Matisse would want the league now. Now he's
because Real Madrid in it. Like when Real Madrid won it for the third time, they weren't even celebrating anymore. I found that disrespectful. They were just like walking around like this is nothing. I will take this moment every single day of the week because for me,
before.
Yeah, man, you never know when you won't be here. Do you know what I mean? You never know when you won't be able to be even in the competition. You'll always be in the league. You're not going to get relegated. Do you know what I mean? Every single year you have a pop. Everybody starts with the same points. You're in it. Not everybody's in this comp, so this is something special.
Yeah,
you know what I want?
You'd take a Carabao Cup, wouldn't you, SAEED? Now,
I just want a decent pot next season.
Yeah, anything will do, won't it?
Maybe change the name, so maybe City might not win it anymore. You know what I mean? But yeah, anything will do it. Just make you smile, man. You know what I mean? Like, that makes you smile, then we're good in it. You feel me? There we go. There's a smile. Come on, Steve. Come on.
Just say, this is what I mean, no Turkish. I was just saying, there's a lot of people coming for me. Yeah, the season we've had, you know what I mean? We got beaten in the final fair and square, but to win the Premier League and to have 2 trophies already in the cabinet this season, not a bad season, man. Not a bad season, is it? There's other teams in the mud there. You know what I mean?
No, you look at this. You look at the calendar year. 3 English clubs have won trophies: Man City, Chelsea, and Leicester.
Blue, England, blue.
Oh yeah.
See what this stupid cat. You see, because I like this Chelsea fan. I see him a lot on my streams. He's very level-headed. I understand if you're talking about who was the better team, it's City, right? In terms of the whole season, 100%. You can see it right here, plain and writing. They were consistent over the whole campaign, won the league. But I'm talking about in terms of what would you swap? I wouldn't swap a Champions League for a Carabao Cup and Premier League. I personally wouldn't. So that's why I'm saying we had the better season. Because at the end of it, when you gather up all your trophies, I'm taking mine over theirs. But if you're talking about who was the better team, then obviously it's them, innit? Because we were on the floor for half the season.
Well, what are you saying, Tobes? Are you shouting European champs if you win the Conference League?
10,000%.
Of course you are.
Wow. You know when the Conference League will be on. You know when you have the school run. You know when you're coming back from the school run on the radio. That's when the Europa League Conference will be on. Yeah, you little kids and that from the school run. You'll be checking. Oh, I've won against Malia.
And you're gonna be
Malia. You know Malia Town.
And you're gonna be in the Champions League next year and get dumped out of it again. And then be back in the Europa League, and you're not gonna win the Europa League again.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. SAEED got away with
like your old boss said. The future you never know. The future you never know.
How have we not spoken about this yellow submarine thing?
You've not caught any corn tonight.
How has he not caught any corn?
The 7th best team in Spain, bro.
You
lost the 7th best team in Spain.
Anyone, mate?
Bro,
where you are, mate?
No.
You get away with that.
Sit where you are, mate. You've not won anything this season. Sit where you are, mate. You can't banner him. You're a Tottenham fan, mate. Sit where you are, man. You can't chat to me, man.
You can shout all you want.
No, man, you can't chat to me.
I'm not going away. I don't care. Yeah, you can say don't chat, and I'm still gonna talk. Don't let this Chelsea and Man City game take away from the fact that Man United have lost to a team that have a tenth of the resources that they have. They lost to a team that have a tenth of the resources that they have.
Say no more.
Villarreal should not have won that. Well, on paper, Villarreal should not be leaving that stadium as Europa League winners, and they've won it. And no. And you've come here and you're telling me, "Oh, Toby, you can't do this. Europa Conference, bro. You've lost to Villarreal. They're the 7th
but you can't do it. That's what I'm saying.
They're the 7th best team.
Okay, you lost to Dynamo Zagreb.
Yeah, I was shit. So what does that say about you?
Beans, man.
What does that say about you? No. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Yeah, you man are shit, and I know it's shit.
No. Don't tell me to my beans because you made your joke.
Show your beans, man.
No. Chill out. Don't tell your beans because you wanted to have your pop at Spurs being in the Europa League.
Why are you telling me? Why? I know my club is shit. You get me? There's no point telling me. I'm doing what you do. So I'm doing what you do. I know what shit. How about that?
Yeah, I don't care if you know. I don't care if you know. We're gonna tell you tonight. I don't care if you know. We're gonna tell you tonight because you've been talking and talking. You just had a pop at Spurs there. And no. But we've not spoken about this Man United game. We've not spoken about it. We've not spoken about the disaster classes all over the pitch. We've not spoken about Bruno Fernandes playing absolutely dog shit in yet another.
Where
big
were you
game.
last week?
We've not
you weren't
spoken
here
about
last week, and it
Paul
was
Pogba
forward, innit?
stinking.
Yeah, say
We
no
ain't
more.
spoken about Rashford stinking. We ain't spoken about Greenwood being underwhelming. We ain't spoken about
Yeah,
your
it's the whole
defense
team,
being
it's the whole
poor.
team.
We ain't spoken about any of this. Scott McTominay was literally your best performer on the day. That tells you the levels on show on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and you have the chance to talk to me about European Conference League. Analyze your own team, bro. Analyze your own team, and good fucking evening.
And the ex-City keeper scored the winner, yeah. Geronimo Ruller, ex-City keeper, he bagged the winner as well, just to rub it in. Good lad.
Yeah, but you are in Europa League Conference League. We're in Champions
Yeah,
League.
we
next
are.
season.
I was there. And I'm gonna be. And I just told you, I'm gonna be
We're in
celebrating.
Champions League
I'm
next
gonna be
season.
celebrating.
You're in Europa League Conference.
I know you are.
That's
And
the
you're probably
levels,
gonna.
yeah.
I
That's
know.
the
I know. It's
levels,
the
yeah.
level. Yeah. I
Say no
agree. I
more.
agree.
Know your
I
level.
agree.
Know
When
your
he was in the
level. Know your
Champions
level.
League
It's the levels,
final and
and
you was in the Europa
get
League
dumped
final,
out
that's
of
the
this
levels.
You're gonna get dumped out of it again. The levels. I agree. I agree. You're gonna get dumped out of it again.
Yeah, you're gonna get dumped out of the Europa League Conference. How about that?
Probably,
That,
'cause
mate.
we're
You're
shit.
gonna get dumped out of the Europa League
Probably, 'cause
Conference.
we're shit.
And you're still not gonna win a trophy because you're Tottenham and you're bottlers. That's what you are, innit?
We're crap. We're
You're still not gonna win that trophy because you're bottlers.
Yeah.
How about that? How about that?
Yeah, you're spitting facts. I'm not gonna argue with you on you. But you're spitting facts.
There we go, people. It's been a very, very interesting end of season show. You know, every game has been wrapped up. Matisse smiling on the last day. Love for the love, people. 5,300 people still here. Make sure you lot subscribe to all of these guys' channel. It's in the description below. Matisse's channel. He done a video with Steve earlier. Go check that out. TOBS channel, GRIZZ's channel, LFC Day Trippers, SAEED and Steve. All of their channels are there. And the official Big Six channel where us, man, will be doing a lot more content this summer. I'm getting a studio sorted for next season, so you'll get some live shows between us in person and whatnot. That's to come next summer. I've got Skull Fuggery on board as well for next season, who will do our clips and do all of that. So when people talk with their chest out, we've got someone ready there to do the editing. Big up Skull Fuggery moving forward. So we've got big plans moving forward, people, and it's because of you guys. Love for the love, like I said. We broke a record today, last one of the season in terms of wrapping up games. We'll be here this Friday to do the awards.
Yo, big up everybody, man. Big up all the support.
5K, man. Mad. Crazy.
Mad.
Big up everybody, man. Because at the end of the day, we started off like 400-500 watching. And look at it now, 5,000. Mad support, bro.
400-500.
Turkish. You know, next season, because we're league champions, do I get like a gold ring around my square or something like that? Like the players have gold badges.
Yeah, can I get some stars? Can I get two stars?
You know what?
I
think you should.
Have a star. We'll have a gold ring.
You know what,
Saeed can have a wooden spoon.
You know what? I think Steve should, because otherwise he's going to keep mentioning other clubs. Saeed, what are you saying? I think Steve's wishes need to be, because otherwise he's going to keep mentioning other clubs, even though he's on top. He's going to keep mentioning other clubs.
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy.
So, yeah, it's not a good look.
Behind him
so put a little ring around his head,
or
put a little ring around his face or his title. You know what I mean? Give him what he wants, man. Give him what he wants.
Don't worry. I'm going to add those little touches in. I'm going to add all of those
I need a star, bro. Just one star. Just one star for that.
No, you got two now, my brother. You got two now.
If we do two, then Saeed's going to put 3 on there. You're going to put 6. Let's just do one star for the
Yeah,
last.
you know where this is going.
And also, we need to get
don't worry about that.
About Spurs, what? Yeah,
we need to get Toby a little chicken hat. Shall we get Toby a little chicken hat?
What did I knew. It's the minute he said something, I knew he was going to mention something about Spurs. I knew it.
Someone saw him out with a little chicken hat, yo.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, listen, love everyone. You get me? It's all banter. When you see us, yeah, it's all banter. After this show, we're all friends, man. You get me? It's all banter, this, man. We give you proper banter. We don't mess around there. It's slaughter.
Yeah, people know.
It's all banter, man.
People know. Yeah. We all spud each other at the end of the day, man. It's been a mad season. It's been a mad season. Yeah. Well, listen. The beauty. Wait, check this out. The beauty of it is we've all had our ups and downs this season.
Where's my up?
Yeah, man.
You know what? I was spitting. Wait. I was spitting facts all show, and then I fucked up at the end. Where was Toby's ups?
I've said love to all the subscribers, viewers, and all that. I want to say love to you, man, as well. Man, been doing this show for 3 years. And, you know, it's really kicked off this year in particular because of you, man, as well as anyone else. Do you get it? Steve, SAEED, Matisse, Toby, GRIZZ. It's not easy to find people in this YouTube world or in real life you can rely upon and be consistent with. And you, man, have offered that this whole year. That's why I plan to build on it next year. Together, we're going to do this. But love to all of you, man, for being part of this season and for the future as well. My guys, all of you lot.
100%, man. It's been a pleasure, honestly.
Come
What
on,
a
man.
season.
Love, man. You get me? But
crazy.
like
season.
I said, man, the viewers have been there, man. Let's
Yeah,
do it one more time for Toby. You want to do it? Ollie's at the wheel.
Yeah.
Go on, man. Do it for the people, man.
There you go. You got it one more time, people. Get it to 2K likes
One
before
more
you go.
time.
Still 4,700 people there.
Peter's in London now as well, so I can slap his head in real life.
Listen,
so.
Toby, you don't want to see me after my success. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm going to see you. I'm going to punch you up.
Really?
I'm gonna
Why
punch
would
you
you want to see me after all this?
Yeah, I'm going to punch
Come
you
on
up, bro.
now.
You've been proving
You know what, Toby? I'll take you on a tour of the Chelsea Museum. We'll go and do that.
Okay.
Remember that? I got
Yeah.
Steve as well. Steve.
What, a museum in that shoebox of a stadium? Okay,
Yeah, listen,
cool.
you can come with me and Steve. I'll show you the
Wow.
Champions League in our museum. We got to do that bet. Remember that? Let's get that done. Let's get
Oh,
that done.
yeah. I see people saying we should vote for Big Six on them awards thing. I don't look into all of these awards. Some guy just
Nah,
decided
man, we
to
do our
start
thing,
giving
man.
out
Go on then,
awards
man.
to YouTubers and all that. I don't give a toss about no awards. Just keep on showing love, keep on being here. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe to every channel you see here. We'll have more of Dami, Fuad, Mayowa moving forward. I hope Steve can get me some more City fans. Steve, I need you for that one. Some real legit City fans for the backups next season, and we'll keep it moving. But love for the love, people. Like I said to you, man, love as always. We're out. We'll be back here Friday. Make sure you're here, people. Peace and love.
Come on. Love, love, love.